I would say retention is continuous work. And one thing that I've written down is small, consistent actions and visible follow through keep high performers engaged far more than occasional big gestures. Good day, my name is Annelie Loubser. I'm from Express Employment Professionals. And today we're going to be talking about why high performers leave and what managers often miss. So the first question is, how do high performers decide to leave a company, and even when they seem successful? And mostly the reason for that is because they need growth and they want to master something, and they want to get challenged the whole time, and they want to have a purpose and recognition at the end of the day. What do managers often miss when someone is about to resign? The person gets distracted. They're not part of any assignments anymore. Initiative is not there. Lacking initiative when there's certain tasks and so forth. So it's rather task completion rather than putting initiative and hard work into finishing a project. So how can leaders create an environment where high performers want to stay? That is basically just to get them involved, with decisions, giving them responsibility, making sure that they're part of a decision-making process, perhaps, and simplify some of your approval systems that you've got in place. It is important just to let them become part of your operation. There's ownership, there's decision making that they can be part of. Ownership in the sense of perhaps a project or a department or a specific product. When it comes to benefits, leave days, extra leave days perhaps, and then flexible time off periods that is there for them as well. And then individual development plans is also a possibility. And then recognition is important, whether it's public recognition, and in a team, or it's basically on a personal level. What role does communication and feedback play in retaining top talent? And that is basically the most important part, is to have one-to-one meetings with these people or with a specific person. Put smart goals in place when we're having those conversations. But on the other hand, listening is also extremely important. And then you need to assess whether this person wants help, whether they want coaching, or do they just want a soundboard when they're having those conversations. And keeping your promises as an owner or a manager is extremely important when you're having those conversations, going through the detail, making promises, stick to those promises, and then role clarity is also important. This person needs to know what their role is, what is important, what's the KPIs, what needs to be reached. Otherwise, you cannot have these conversations. How should a manager respond when they notice a high performer pulling back? The only way that you can really manage that is with conversations and asking the question, what energizes you? What drains you? And where do you want growth? Where do you see yourself growing within the next 6 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months, and so forth? And then also, like we mentioned before, listening. Listening is important, and then basically from what's being discussed to identify certain milestones and going through those milestones, basically celebrate small wins. One practical step managers can take this week to keep their best people engaged, I would say book at least that 30-minute discussion, one-on-one discussion with one of your high performers. Use the 3 points just to ask those questions, to say what energizes you, what drains you, and Where do you want to be within the next 6 to 12 months? What's your growth plan? Identify 1 or 2 points, go through those points, but choose one specific, and then arrange check-in dates where you will focus then on what's been reached and how far are you with that specific point. I would say retention is continuous work. And one thing that I've written down is small, consistent actions and visible follow through keep high performers engaged far more than occasional big gestures. Thanks for watching. And if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. There's a blog with more information linked in the description below.